This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming today. We're continuing in Mishna Berura Daf Hashavua. We're up to Siman, the new limud. We're up to Siman Yud Zayin. Mihem hachayavim b'tzitzis. Who is chayav in tzitzis? We're trying to get a little bit of a head start so that we're going to miss Wednesday Yom Kippur. So this will be up to date. Says the Mishna Berura, says the Mechaber Siman Yud Zayin, Mihem hachayavim b'tzitzis, who is chayav in tzitzis? Af agav d'chsev risa maisai. Even though it says you have to see it, Suma chayv tzitzis. A blind person is chayv in tzitzis. V'mneishenis rabba me'asher techasaba. He's included from the pasuk. Whoever is covered in it, ukra dur isamaisai, and the pasuk, and you will see it. Itzrich lamai ksus laila is needed to exclude a nighttime garment, as opposed to someone who can't see the tzitzis. In other words, the pasuk asher techasaba comes to teach that anyone who's covered in tzitzis is chayiv in tzitzis. And Uriisa Moisai tells me that a beged laila is pater. Says Mishna Berura Chai b'tzitzis. This is Parsha Yachal Levarach Gam Ken Leim. It's obvious he could even make a bracha. Yivdoik oisem etchila b'shmish yadav, but he's going to have to check it. So he'll have to do it by feel, or yivakish la'acher levadkam, or he'll have to ask someone else to check it for him. Ksus laila, a nighttime garment. Now, why don't we say the opposite? Uriisa Moisai should perhaps exclude a blind person, and Ashet Chasaba should include Ksus Laila. Why do we darshan it this way? V'hasvara noisenes the rabbis Ksus Suma ulamayit Ksus Laila. Logic dictates that we should include the garment of a blind person and exclude a nighttime garment. Why? Mishum de Ksus Suma yeshnai al kapana b'riya. Because the garment of a blind person, at least other people could see it. It's alachirim. But a nighttime garment is not seen by others. Sif Beis. Women, slaves are exempt because it's a mitzvah to say that is governed by time. If they want to wrap themselves in tzitzis and make a bracha, they have license to do so. Like other positive commandments that are governed by time. However, it looks like gaiva. Therefore, they should not wear tzitzis. Since it is not an obligation on the individual, perush ein chayev liknois leitalis kadei she's chayev b'tzitzis. So you say, what do you mean it looks like yuhara? But women go out of their way to hear the shofar, so why shouldn't they go out of their way to wear tzitzis? The answer is, they should not do so. Because since you're not obligated to go out of your way to buy a four-cornered garment to wear tzitzis, it's just that you fulfill a mitzvah. So to go so far to fulfill something you're not obligated in, it looks like gaiva. And there's only one thing worse than doing an avera: arrogance. You're better off being a humble sinner than an arrogant tzaddik. In fact, Chassam Sofer learns that that's why Hashem sort of enabled the Chet HaEgal, because until then the Jews were too perfect. They're better sinning and having some humility than being arrogant without sin. Okay. Let's see the Mishna Berura on this. Shazman grama. D'habalayla lazman tzitzisu. At night is not a time of tzitzis. Chol mitzvah saseh shazman grama. Nashim turas mehem afil madrabanan. Any mitzvah saseh that is governed by time, women are pater from, even rabbinically. Dehuksha kol ha-Torah l'tfilin. The whole Torah is compared to tfilin. D'chsiv b'hu. It says by tefillin, "Laman tiyat Torah Hashem b'ficha," so that the Torah of Hashem should be in your mouth. Uchamayde b'turas mitfillin the iska shel Talmud Torah. And just like they're pater from tefillin, which is compared to Torah, d'chsiv v'shinantam levanecha v'lo yilevnoisecha, came peturas mikol mitzvah saseh shazman grama. Bottom line is like this: we know women are pater from Torah because it says v'shinantam levanecha. Tefillin is compared to Torah, like it says Laman tiyat Torah Hashem. All the mitzvahs are compared to tefillin. So therefore we say just like tefillin, which is a grama, women are pater, so too any mitzvah that is man grama, women are pater. Va'avadim yafim gzeir shava la la meisha. Avadim being pater is learned out from a gzeir shava la la from a woman. The chol mitzvah sheisha p'tura gam ha'eved pater. Any mitzvah that a Woman is pater and Eved is also pater. Ulavarich elav. If women want, they could wrap themselves, they could even make a bracha. The af misha in a mitzuva va'isa yesh lo sachar. Even someone who's not commanded and does a mitzvah has schar. V'shayich loimer v'tzivanu, they could say, and he commanded us, kivan sha'anoshim netzavu, because men are commanded, gam heim yesh lahem sachar, so therefore they also have schar. Now, Rav Shlomo Zalman says, yeah, a woman could wear tzitzis if she wants to put it on her blouse. But to wear a man's garment, that's lo silbash isha begedish. So that's what we're talking about, that a woman could if she wants to. Now, can a goy be, if a goy is mekayim a mitzvah, does he get schar? Rav Shlomo Zalman says yes. The same way a woman gets schar for being mekayim a mitzvah, a goy gets schar for being mekayim a mitzvah. But he can't say v'tzivanu. So now you see how foreign it is. You know, we think, oh, a woman's mekayim a mitzvah, gets so much schar. Nah, not really. The ikar schar is for a mitzvah. A goy also gets schar if he wants to be mekayim a mitzvah. By the way, the Bir Halacha says by Hilchos Tkiyas Shofar that really better that women should not make a bracha on a mitzvah because they are not really commanded. They should better have someone else make the bracha for them. Okay. Ve'enoi choves gavra. Bezeh mitaretz lama mevarchas anashim alulav du gam kemitzvah saseh shazman grama. With this, the Ramah is explaining why women make a bracha on a lulav, which is also zman grama, and they don't make a bracha on tzitzis. He's answering here it's different because it's not a choves gavra. Because even a man doesn't have to buy a four-cornered garment. Just if he wears it, he's chayav to put tzitzis on it. As opposed to a lulav that by a man he has a obligation on his body, shu choves aguf. V'da da'anan paskin gabi tzitzis choves gavra v'lav choves gavra. V'tarvayu l'kula. You should know that actually we do hold tzitzis as choves gavra, but it's not, and we're going to explain, because there's another option by tzitzis, namely it's choves mana, that a four-cornered garment in your possession, you are chayiv to put tzitzis on it. We don't hold that. You're allowed to own a four-cornered garment without putting tzitzis, it's just you're not allowed to wear it. But we hold it is, but it's not, and they're both l'kula. Choves gavra l'kula, l'maute choves mana. That excludes the obligation on the item. Shekolzman she'ino lovish hatalis, so long as you're not wearing the talis. Afal pi sheish la'arba kanfos, even though you have dalit kanfos, Torah tzitzis, it's pater from tzitzis. Lav choves gavra, that it's not a choves gavra, she'ino chayv liknos loy talis, kedei she'es chayv b'tzitzis. You're not chayv to buy a talis in order to be chayv in tzitzis. So it's choves gavra that it's not choves mana, but it's not a choves gavra that you're not chayv to buy a talis to be chayv in tzitzis. Rakim yesho tells me arba kanfos, just if you happen to have a four-cornered garment, v'lo yisho os chayv b'tzitzis ayin siman yotes. So on the one hand, we say it's not an obligation on the item. You don't have to put tzitzis on a beged you own. On the other hand, we don't say you have an obligation to go buy a four-cornered garment. Now, we happen to have mentioned that nowadays, since we've accepted upon ourselves, we are required to buy a four-cornered garment to wear tzitzis. But the difference would be, let's say a person could only afford tzitzis or tefillin. So one of the reasons why you should wear tefillin is because if you don't wear tefillin, you're bechlal poishe Yisrael. But by tzitzis, you're only mechoyev if you have a bag of down kanfos. Okay, Rabbi said we'll hold it over here. Thank you very much for coming today. We'll pick it up in Sivkat and Vav on Monday, Be'ezras Hashem, and we'll try to do next week Monday, Tuesday, Yom Kippur. We'll try Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and I guess maybe Friday again because of the upcoming Sukkot. Okay? Okay. Kol Tov. Someone wants to say something? Yeah, sure.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.